Hello YouTube, this is an alcohol review of Jameson's Cold Brew. It says here, limited edition, 750ml bottle, only 30% alcohol, so 60 proof. Let's see, it says here on the label, with notes of toast oaks and dark chocolate. That was 1780, which is, as we know, that's when Jameson was given his license to produce alcohol. Jameson Irish whiskey infused with natural cold brew coffee flavor. This is where things get a little interesting. According to the back label, the best of both worlds bottled. Jameson's Irish whiskey infused with cold brew coffee flavor, made with roasted Arabica beans from Brazil and Colombia. Best enjoyed chilled over ice. That is interesting because the way you would have your whiskey normally is straight up neat. Anytime you put ice in any kind of spirit, you lose 70% of the flavor right off the bat. Now, what you need to do is add a little bit of water to it, just a touch of not tap water, but like spring water or something else along that line. Just a few drops will do to help bring out the nose and everything else out of the whiskey or the bourbon. Ice, as it melts, infuses too much water into it, waters it down. The cold dims down your taste buds' abilities to get all the nuances out of it. It's just cascades and makes it worse. The fact that they say best enjoyed over ice, yeah, take that with a grain of salt, because what they're pretty much saying is this product is best if you can't taste 70% of it. Oh, there you go. Do a bit of a stir here. It's a nice, of course, coffee color to it. It runs down fairly quickly. So I'm not really seeing much when it comes to. There we get some tearing up. So it's fairly sugary, I guess. The nose, you get no bourbon out of it, no whiskey, I should say, out of it at all. There's no ethanol in it. It just smells like watered down coffee. Usually there's some sort of a chemical, and that's from the alcohol, and nothing at all. There's not a burn, nothing. There is a light chemical in it, but all in all, it tastes like watered down coffee with a hint of alcohol added into it. If you add ice to this, you're just going to get water. Cold water, but water flavored nonetheless. I've had coffee flavored whiskeys in the past, and usually it's so dark, so thick with the coffee, it's almost a chocolatey to it. And if you're a coffee fan, which I am, you get this chocolatey coffee mixed in with the stone fruit flavors from the whiskey. It's a great marriage of flavors. This misses the mark. It's like watered down coffee. There's no real whiskey flavor into it. There's not much of anything at all to it. I would have to say the best way to have this would be with some sort of cola, because then you get the cola flavors to help bring out what is in this coffee bourbon. Now, I'm trying my best here not to really say too many negative things about this. Somewhere, somebody tried their heart out to make this as best that they could. And I want to honor that effort. Being a person who works with his hands and mind to create things for public, it's not easy, especially if you've got, a boss who's over your shoulder who thinks one way, and there's a committee who wants to go into a different direction, and they're trying to defy your experience on what needs to be done, and you end up with more of a mush than anything else. The example would be a camel. A camel is nothing more than a horse made by committee. This is a great idea of Arabica coffee blended in with a very good Irish whiskey, Jameson's, and I have the feeling more than three people got their ideas blended in, and then all the flavor just got taken out, leaving the poor guy who was supposed to create this great creation with this watered down blah. So I think this is not so much a failure, but what you would expect out of a committee. Now, I don't know if there was a committee. For all I know, this could have been just one guy and he dropped the ball. But I like to give the benefit of the doubt and say, no, this guy tried his heart out, made the best thing he could, and too many other people tried to get their influence in, and now we got mush. Who knows? I'd have to look it up to find out what exactly, but I doubt you would even find that part out. But that's my opinion. Give it a try. See what you guys think. This is Jameson's Cold Brew. Go out, buy it, try it, put a review up on YouTube. Let the rest of us in YouTube spirits community know your thoughts about Jameson's Cold Brew. And any comments down below will be warmly accepted. Like I said, give it a try. Just like I said, this is just my opinion of this. Try it and confirm it for yourself, yay or nay. It doesn't hurt. But until next time, keep on drinking.